You didn't know it. This coming Monday, May 19th, is the birthday of Malcolm X. And we'd like to just share a few words with you about Malcolm X. You know, when he went to Hajj, when he returned from Hajj, he earned the name of El Hajj Malik El Shabazz. Anyone that goes to Hajj, you usually get the title of Hajj. And so Malcolm X was born in Omaha, Nebraska, May 19, 1925. For people that's viewing or watching this and may not know the birth date, Omaha, Nebraska is about 2 hours from Des Moines, Iowa. And what is important about us knowing about Malcolm X, as you recall, during the Civil Rights Movement, Malcolm X was real instrumental in that whole movement. But what has happened over a period of time, Malcolm X has actually he's been written out of history, because you very rarely hear anybody talk about him, mention him, or say anything about him. So they did this purposely to write him out of history as if he didn't exist. But his contribution to the whole human rights movement and the civil rights movement was important. So I want to encourage the young people who may view this, check out the autobiography of Malcolm X. Should be one required reading because you could learn so much about him and his life. And also, it will also help you be able to overcome any kind of obstacles, any kind of difficulties or trials or tribulation you may have or run into in your life, because in reading that, you can see the things that Malcolm did. Now, granted, Malcolm learned about the true Islam when he went and made Hajj, because what he had been taught and what he saw at Hajj was two different things, like night and day. And he realized that Islam is not all black, it's not all white, it's not all Arab, it's not all people of one sect or one color. But when he went and made Hajj, he realized and saw there were people there from all different colors all over the world. And so when he came back from Hajj, this is when he became more of a threat to the U.S. and to the world, because he began to talk about the problems of the U.S. and the problems could be solved if people learn and find out about Islam, because Islam takes in all nationalities, all colors. So this is the true Islam. That what he had been taught was something else, and it wasn't the true Islam, but that's why he earned the name El Hajj Malik El Shabazz. The other thing I want to mention too in this segment, that I don't know if you all recall, Malcolm X had a grandson. His name was Malik Shabazz, and he went through some trials and tribulations in his younger years, in his younger life. But one of the things that he began to do and expound upon, and if you Google his name, Malik Shabazz, you will see all the videos and talks and stuff that he did. He sounds exactly like his grandfather. And so we can honestly say that Malcolm X's grandson, who was doing some great talks and great speeches, Al Jazeera interviewed him. I think in Iran they interviewed him. A couple of countries interviewed him, and he sounded exactly like his grandfather talking. And we can honestly say that when he traveled to Mexico City, this is some years ago, not some years ago, but here lately, I think last year, maybe traveled to Mexico City, and somehow he ended up being murdered. And we say murder because that's what it was. He was murdered in Mexico City. And we know for a fact the Mexico authorities, along with the U.S., they knew exactly who Malcolm X's grandson was. They knew he came from the lineage, the same lineage of his grandfather. They made sure that they stamped out murder, just like they murdered Malcolm X, El Hajj Malik El Shabazz. They also murdered his grandson. And so if you get chance to check out Malik Shabazz. Check out some of his videos and listen to him talking and discussing a variety of subjects. I would encourage you to do that. But we just wanted to share with you once again, May 19th, 1925, Malcolm X, Elijah Malik El Shabazz, born in Omaha, Nebraska. And check out the autobiography of Malcolm X. And check out his speeches and talking after he returned from Hajj. That's where you can see the transformation of where Malcolm really changed. Rolling along, I can't stop.